Other places we visited featured volcanoes. Capulin Volcano in northeast New Mexico was our first volcano. Formed about 60,000 years ago, it is a nearly perfect cinder cone, about 4,000 feet in diameter at the base, and extends more than 1,000 feet above the surrounding plain. We drove the 2-mile road that spiraled up to the top of the volcano. There we took the short, steep path into the crater and then walked the 1.2-mile trail around the rim. Even novices like us could easily make out other nearby volcanoes and understand how the adjoining mesas started out as valleys filled with cooling lava. South of Seattle, Mount Rainier is an active cascade volcano encased in over 35 square miles of snow and glacial ice. We were fortunate in that the mountain peak was visible during our entire stay. In the area of the park called Paradise, we chose to hike the 5.5-mile Skyline Loop Trail. That involved a significant 1,600-foot climb, but it rewarded us with spectacular views of the mountain and many of its glaciers. In fact, Mount Rainier gave us better views of glaciers than any other park we visited. A bathroom high on the loop trail was beautifully constructed of heavy stone, had an immensely heavy wooden door bound with stout wrought iron hinges, and was even equipped with an elegant toilet and pretty chrome toilet paper holders. We came to this park for the mountain and its glaciers, but it was the meadows that stole our hearts. There were no deciduous trees, but the brush was brightly colored. The meadows were in their full fall colors. Most spectacular were the dense thickets of huckleberry bushes, which are bright red in color. In the park's sunrise area, we walked the Shadow Lake and Frozen Lake loops, seeing lots of fragile Arctic tundra and a couple of pretty lakes. Crater Lake lies inside a caldera, or volcanic basin, created when the 12,000-foot-high Mount Mazama collapsed 7,700 years ago following a large eruption. It is a beautiful sight, with deep blue water and a rugged, circular rim. Heavy winter snow supplies the lake with water, and there are no inlets or outlets to the lake. At 1,943 feet deep, it is the 7th deepest lake in the world. We took the rim road counterclockwise around the lake, stopping to take most of the short hikes to overviews along the way. Wizard Island, an island in Crater Lake, is a small cinder cone that was produced after the formation of the lake topography. Phantom Ship is another bit of volcanic core that dots the lake. Cross-country ski trail signs in the park are set high to allow for the deep snows of winter. In the Pinnacles area are bizarre, hollow vertical columns that are the eroded sintered shells of fumaroles that were formed when pumice and ash filled a small valley. From Watchman Overlook, we got to watch the full moon rise immediately after sunset. Craters of the Moon National Monument and Preserve in south-central Idaho is a vast ocean of lava flows with scattered islands of cinder cones and sagebrush. This is a bizarre place where recent volcanic activity has left miles and miles of raw volcanic cinders. Since the lava has not yet eroded significantly or been covered with vegetation, it literally looks like you could be on the surface of the moon. We took the drive through the park, climbed to the top edge of a cinder cone, and clambered through a lava tube. Cool. Mount St Helens in southeast Washington erupted at 8:32 Sunday morning, May 18, 1980. Except for a new road and a couple of visitor centers, the environment inside this national monument is left to recover naturally with no reforestation efforts. During the eruption, the north face of this tall symmetrical mountain collapsed in a massive rock debris avalanche. Nearly 230 square miles of forest was blown down or buried beneath volcanic deposits. A very sharp line delineates the surviving trees from others that were killed from the intense heat of the blast. There is still lots of volcanic activity within the cone. You get the best impression of the devastation of the explosion at Johnston Ridge Observatory.